Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to VenusBlood Frontier. I actually came back from the gym a while ago, but for once I actually had some chores to do. And yeah, I felt like might as well just do another cleanup, even though I already did New Year's cleaning. But yeah, I'm here after maybe like 2 hours of just cleaning up everywhere. I usually don't really like cleaning up. The act itself I don't like. But you know, the after cleaning effects, which is just everything is just tidy and no dust everywhere, is just such a good feeling. That's why I don't really like cleaning, but I like when things are actually nice and tidy. I gotta have someone that actually does like cleaning one of these days. None of my family members actually like cleaning. My sister has a hoarding habit, and whenever I tell her to just clean her closet, it's like, oh my god, there's just so much stuff in there, you have no idea. It's just making you have a headache whenever you see everything that's in there that she just jam-packed. God. But yeah, enough about that. I came back from the gym, like I said, a couple of hours ago, and it was a pretty awesome session, as usual. I also got to eat some food before I started the recording session here, so you guys wouldn't be hearing me getting hungry. Though this game doesn't really talk about food, unlike Okana, so probably not going to be making me hungry. It's also raining outside. I hope you guys don't hear it. It's not that loud compared to sometimes when it does rain during my recording sessions, but it is quite the downpour. And now let's talk about the last episode recap, shall we? On the last episode, no story happened. Mostly because Odin is a piece of shit and is actually a stupidly hard fight. So we've been getting roadblocked by just how difficult her fights have been. Yeah, nothing happened in the last episode except for story, 8 scenes, and a couple of goddess events. We are getting there with the 8 scenes, which is good. I did say we were doing 3 8 scenes per episode now. And yeah, I feel like I'm not regretting my decision. So I don't think we're gonna start the episode with an 8 scene just yet. I'll probably do the desired transformation after we maybe conquer the Colding territory here, the Colding Forest. Let's see. Aaron, you need to get healed up. Though I don't think it's because you took damage, it's because you leveled up. Sure. That's 3,000, but we have a lot of money already. Yeah, other than magic, a lot of my resources are actually not that much of an issue. I think if I use a good amount of team, or you know, like 4 teams that I usually use, I use about 2,000 magic, and that is quite a lot. I do wish I could lower it somewhat, but it's pretty difficult. There are no invaders, which is good, and I don't think they got any territories in my area. So yeah, just gonna go ahead and kill this one. Let's see. 146 attack and 40 speed. Critical boost, but the only thing that's good about her is the white attack and rainbow venom. I feel like my second team should be able to destroy that. Is DD, Shaq, and everyone else in my main team already healed up? They're getting there. You know what? I am going to heal them up. It's okay. I got the spare money. That took 9,000 gold, I think. Holy moly. Let's see. Jason, Demu, Mikey B, Thor. I guess I can heal up Thor. Okay, who am I gonna choose? You're gonna be here, Demu. Preferably, I don't want to use people that are high on magic costs. Black Ball Bouncer. Fenrir. Yeah, you just sit this one out. The Worm Queen. I don't know about the Worm Queen here. Arseny is still healing up. Vedrung, Turka. Okay. I think we got this. I'm gonna go attack this one. This one is probably a lot harder because they have group heal and stuff. This girl has self-heal. Okay, with Aaron and Diz, this should be easy picking, right? I actually wish this game allows you to be able to have battles on all of your units instead of just the main unit. That is one thing that I feel like the game should have done better. Oh, that hurts. Oh, the Rainbow Venom only applies... don't kill yourself, Aaron. The Rainbow Venom only applies to the first attack, it looks like. Yeah, see? Okay, don't die, Aaron. Okay, Aaron is actually not dying, which is amazing. Most of that damage she actually got from just being countered or something. Okay, good. Preferably, I would have liked it if the third team didn't have to get used, since they were heavy on the magic costs. But oh well. There we go. This should trigger the hell scene. Or something with hell anyway. From their arrival on Valhalla to now, Loki's army had spent days in a violent struggle with Valhalla's army. Their current foes were a team of Valkyries. They flew through the sky with giant wings, striking soldiers on the ground with light-speed slashes. The godly squad murderously attacked Loki's army. In the middle of it all, Valkyries rained sword and spear attacks down upon Loki, who dodged them all by a hair's breadth. Their coordinated attacks sounded like a refined orchestra. Here? But that music met its end by Loki's hand. Out of the blindingly fast Valkyries, Loki located the one who moved the least, the captain. He used the slightest possible motion to sever the captain's head, then raise it for all to see. Odin's Valkyries have gotten no less troublesome. There were only around a dozen of them, but it's never been easy. With their commander dead, the Valkyries left. Loki watched them retreat, impressed by their unity. Thankfully, Odin hadn't appeared in battle since their first encounter, but there was plenty else to stagger them. Our squad took more damage than I thought. When the day's battle was over, Loki went to his tent, stared at the combat report and frowned. Loki thought he knew what to expect, but conquering Valhalla was an even greater challenge than anticipated. But even thinking that made him deeply disgusted with himself. He had to defeat Odin to take control of the floating continent. He knew this since before he came. Therefore, this was no time to call it quits. Loki looked over the troops and equipment he lost, then began to organize the patrol and support squads when... Turka returned from late-night recon duty. They had Valkyrie squads to deal with, so the job required Turka's assistance. Turka, you're done scouting. Is that right? Good work. You can go now. I feel like they really should change some of the dialogue here when Turka's clearly a dark goddess. Her showing concern for Loki when she is just like evil is just so weird. You don't need to worry about me. All the casualties we've been suffering are on me, the leader. I have to solve this problem before I even think of relaxing. Loki blew off Turka's concern and tried to get back to work, but... Turka screamed and treaded close to Loki, who couldn't help but bend backward and open his eyes wide. Well, I didn't mean it that way. Yeah, this is so weird, man. When she's not a dark goddess, the scene makes sense, but come on, right? Turka ignored Loki and got even closer. At a loss for words, Loki found himself nodding. This game is also a series of games, by the way. So it's not just a single game. There are like VenusBlood Gaia, I think, is like the latest release of this game. And I don't know whether or not the games are connected, but considering they have the same name, I assume at least either Loki does appear in the game or we play a new main character or something. But there's bound to be a true route that these games follow, right? And I don't know whether or not the goddesses turn into their dark counterpart is the true route. But fine, I'll do that. Alone, huh? Loki replayed Turka's chastising in his mind. Right, I see. That's correct. Sorry, Turka, but can you tell everyone outside to get in here? No, but we've learned that we don't have the forces to defeat Odin. You know, this doesn't make any sense because we are actually stomping Odin. Well, we haven't stomped the capital, but we have been only stomping Odin's forces for this event to even trigger. I know what Garm and Fina want to say. Hell only trusts that which she built herself, and she cuts through all obstacles with her own power. She would never agree to work with us without a fight. No matter how much we ask, that's what they're getting at, I assume. But is she really the type of person that if we just cut down Odin and not engage her at all, she's going to take this place by force? Is she that type of person? I don't know. But I feel like this is one of the weirdest things the game has to offer story-wise. Like having to engage Hell. Well, then again, I am saying this from a gameplay perspective, right? We have been stomping Odin, well, not as easily, but we have been stomping her forces. We are, yes. Wait, what did Garm say? Okay. Garm warily expressed his fears to Loki. They were up against Storm Princess Hell. Replacing one unbeatable opponent with another wasn't a solution. Don't worry, I have an idea. Loki smiled with the utmost amusement, to which Fina and Garm simultaneously sighed. When Loki made that face, it meant there was almost certainly a chance of victory. But it also meant the plan would put them through hell. Yeah, see, this is clearly a dark goddess only comment. Because I don't think Regret would be this bold in declaring she'll use that. But I wish it's just not flavor text that changed when they became dark goddesses. At times like these, there was no stopping Loki. Fina resigned herself to her fate and inquired about the plan, followed by the goddesses. Well, you see, though I can't really blame the game too much though. Like adding in separate dialogue for all of the dark goddesses would be a pain. Especially if you're trying to do it in all of the scenes. Since they don't know the like route selection that we're gonna do, right? And that's the gist of it. I don't do it on purpose, but this is the way to win. It came together naturally. Fina deeply sighed again. Loki ignored her and commanded the rest of his army. At any rate, destroying some of Hell's squads is the objective. They won't necessarily be weaker than Odin's squads, but good luck. Hell smiled, but it was a smile that inspired fear. She was certainly amused, but that amusement was far from a cheerful emotion. It was closer to hostile malice. As proof, the air around Hell raged with blades of wind that cut all they touched. This is gonna be a pretty difficult fight, I feel. Look at how many of those guys they have. That's probably more than Odin. Odin has 5. She has 6. Ugh. She has so many units in each of these areas too. That's the annoying part. Well, before engaging Hell, let's do Turka's desired transformation scene. Yeah, see? Turka! Your dark goddess like image just does not fit the last scene that we did with you. You're clearly not supposed to be worried about Loki. Turka was likely planning it from the beginning. She came to Loki's room with reports and questions. They had a serious discussion at first, but well, maybe not that serious, given Turka's excessive flirtation. Allured by Turka, Loki didn't take long to get in the mood. All the bothersome business he had to attend to seemed to build up his sexual frustration. Turka's arrival made Loki's desire throb. And now, Patreon it comes to Azaikyousuke. Do I actually not need to see the CG first before calling it? We good? Okay, we good. Man, I swear to goodness, all these 8 scenes that involve the goddess when they're actually becoming a dark goddess is not my cup of tea. Like, when they were still a goddess and we were training them, it was still very enjoyable because they were, you know, they weren't really into the sex, right? But now that they become so debauched that they are into the sex, it always feels like we're fucking a slut. And that's just not my thing, you know? I don't know. It's just not my thing, really. And sometimes when the H scenes do get crazy, that the CGs just go bonkers, I find it more comedic than actually... what is it? Sexual. It's so weird. Okay, let's take a look at Hell's army here. But yeah, we are back, YouTube. Huh. I was gonna say they're not too bad, but then only the last one is actually pretty weak. I think I gotta do this in two fights, yeah. Probably want to destroy this one by myself or with my main team. Let me take a look at who they have, though. Pierce attack, charm attack. That's annoying. The Kraken is very tanky. These guys seem pretty weak, though. Their parry is only 25. They have lethal critical, but their critical hit chance is pretty low. But what the? Blood Martyr. Self-destruct 75. Helmet split 50. Ooh, that's annoying. Double added attack. Or, you know, 2 attacks, I mean. The Mermaid... The Mermaid is... eh, just whatever. The Scylla... just pretty weak. Yeah, this is actually a pretty weak lineup there. Tentacles, Death Frog. This one is also pretty weak. Alright. I'm gonna go change Aaron's placement. I think he wants to get healed up. Thor, I think you're joining the team here. And then my second and third team should be able to destroy 2 enemy units at least. Let me destroy the one that has 6 units. There we go. I'm gonna actually... I don't know. Do I want these guys to rest? I believe that my second team should be able to destroy them, no problem, to be honest. And I don't want the third team to engage in the third fight, because they're probably not gonna win. So I think this is good enough. Okay, no one got ambushed. Okay. Wow, you guys got destroyed. Ah, that's annoying. This got charmed. But should be fine. Everyone else is just doing work. You guys are dead. Yeah, the double lethal critical from the Hanya Samurai is just bonkers. Yeah, easy peasy. What? They're not dead? What the? Wow, dude, only 2 guys. How are they not dead? That actually surprised me. Wow, I should have put my third team there. In the hallway of the Sinmara, Loki ran into Thor. She was granted permission to freely wander the ship and even given her own room. So that in itself wasn't especially unusual, but... Need something, Thor? Thor glared the second he saw her, making Loki stutter. She did hear Loki, but she just grumbled as she looked him over from only inches away. Her behavior was like that of a mugger dealing with a rich man. Probably talking about Vedrung? What are you talking about? Loki lost his patience and tried to swat her away. Thor dodged and victoriously grinned. Is that right? Loki finally understood. By ogling his face, Thor was trying to find similarities between him and his alter ego. I mean, you're completely right, Thor. Which makes me feel like... I don't know, Vedrung isn't really Loki. Well, he is one of the, like, futures that Loki can become, right? But looking at him like this, becoming Vedrung is like an impossibility. Like, what would Loki need to do to become Vedrung, right? Obviously, Ved and I are distinct beings. No, it's not so simple. Wait, I thought that was exactly it. It was hard to explain, but the key brought Vedrung to this world from a parallel dimension, where he was another potential version of Loki. Okay, yeah. But he is from you, right? Well, we gotta establish which baseline Loki we're talking about, though. Maybe if they're talking about Loki when he was a kid and a lot of the experience that he had was entirely different, then yeah, I could see that Vedrung is his own thing. So Vedrung probably is a different being from the current Loki in the first place. This world's Loki took a completely different path in life from him, but their memories and cognitive abilities were linked. The main difference was that Vedrung had the power of the Dark Lord. Essentially, had Loki honed his power to be worthy of the position of Dark Lord, Vedrung would be a potential outcome. But even if Loki's current plans were to come to fruition and he took the Dark Lord's throne, it wouldn't make him Vedrung himself. Despite his especially immense power and imposing presence, he was merely one of countless possible Lokis. A human born into a different environment and living through different experiences will come out of it a different person with different abilities. Vedrung and I are something along those lines. I don't know the details. My mother left me this key, but its true purpose is a mystery to me. Plot device. Loki grabbed the key hanging from his neck and talked to himself. Well, we're probably gonna be explained about the plot device in the future, I hope. Would he ever have the chance to uncover the truth? Or would he free Sinmara and ask her personally one day? No, I don't think it's possible anymore, though. Did you actually understand what I said? She's not wrong. True. At some point, Thor derailed the conversation into a discussion on the importance of strength. It was possible that Thor valued Vedrung more than anyone. Both followed their impulses, and they seemed to connect during their duel. Even so, expecting the same strength and simple-mindedness of Loki was as bothersome as it got. Is this a serious suggestion? Maybe I'll get stronger, but it won't turn me into Vedrung. Well, considering your first training session is with Vedrung, Thor, you'll probably like the guy a lot. Why is she blushing? Loki knew that question wouldn't get a clear answer, so he kept it to himself. Now then, about Thor's suggestion. I'm looking at this from the perspective of there is no downside in accepting this, actually. She makes us stronger. Whether or not her intentions are to turn us into Vedrung or not, I assume Loki wouldn't care. And it's always a good thing to be strong. Alright, then teach me something. Training was necessary. He could agree on that. As the fighting became more intense, Loki not only needed to expand his army, but to enhance his own power. If Thor was willing to train him, it was a better opportunity than he could ask for. Huh. Are we going to do it or not? I'm a busy man. Naturally, that would only waste my time. As Thor said, the training was merciless. Almost like she was killing stress with the sheer intensity. Loki almost regretted taking her up on her offer. But on the other hand, he strongly felt that the training was effective. Hey, training has to always feel like that, you know? To be effective. Wait, what the? Why did the music suddenly change? Is this Hell's music suddenly? What the hell? Okay, I might be totally off base here, but maybe now I know the reason why those, options have sound effects. Maybe it does have something to do with the affection. Because I believe Thor has 0 affection before, and now she has 1, right? So I do think those sound effects during the choices affect their affection. And not some other trigger thing that I don't know about. Corrupted Harvest Deity. So she's gonna change. Let's do one more fight before we do it. Can I destroy all of them right now? I'm gonna go kill that one. That one should be fairly easy, so my third team should be able to do it. So what I'm gonna try to do is that. And hopefully these guys destroy that team that's already weakened. Oh, I wanted to change the Worm Queen into someone else, but I forgot. Well, I can put Turka... do I want to? I don't know. Maybe I could put them there. And instead of Thor... the Worm Queen, yeah. I think it's always a good idea to have, like I said, people that can do dots in your main team. Since the dots affect it every turn. And I don't think my support team can actually do that. You know, they basically only have 1 turn to be able to do everything they could. Man, my 4th team sucks. Let's see. Hope you can do something, J-Fish. I can actually make a 5th team now. Yeah, these guys. Right there. I think I'm gonna go do it. All of those guys are gonna be attacking. And we should be able to get this territory. In my opinion, anyway. I don't think any of these guys are hard. God damn it, mosquitoes! Fuck, I hate mosquitoes so much. Yeah, these guys should be fairly easy to beat. I don't know why this guy actually didn't die though before. So weird. Maybe I got charmed, that's why. If so, that is annoying. Alright, we'll go kill this one. This seems to be the hardest one out of all of them. Let's go. All 5 people attack. This is gonna waste a lot of resources, but I think it's worth it. I don't know how many turns I've done to actually try to beat Thor here. Or, sorry, not Thor. Odin here. Okay, one of them is dead right off the bat, which is already good. Okay, shit. I think she actually doesn't self-destruct if we destroy her via dots. So that's kind of a shame. Okay, we healed up though. No need to worry there. Goodbye, gargoyle-looking thing. Got nice. Okay, good. That team doesn't have any mail, so that's why we actually won there quite easily. Nice. We actually only needed 4 there, right? Nice. Perfect. Didn't even have to use my 5th team. What? 9? You gotta be fucking joking! What? Wait, isn't this Freya? What is going on? What is going on? Huh? What the fuck is going on? Bro? Huh? Huh? This is super weird. These are enemies that we've already beaten. They even have 0 HP. What the hell is going on? Is this a bug? Is the game bugging? I think the game's bugging out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How the fuck am I supposed to even guard all this? It's impossible. Invader search 9 my ass. This is like 20. This is ridiculous. I mean, do I just win or what? With this invader search thing. Huh? What the fuck is even going on? Let me heal up Spartan. See, I can only have 10 units. That's the problem. Right. Even if I were to use all of my units and they win because all of them have 0 HP, I can't. I literally can't because I only have 10 squads maximum. This is actually bullshit. This is actual bullshit, I think. What the flying fuck? Well, either way, I'm just gonna put like 1 units on each of these things. And see if I can actually win. This is ridiculously dumb though. Like, what the hell? Yeah, this is ridiculously dumb. Watch they actually heal up after I do all this shit though. That would be so stupid. This is ridiculous. I might put a guard just in case. Loki doesn't need a guard, and these guys are good, I think. And maybe put an actual attacker, like here. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna space it out. Something like this. I'm still gonna use my main team here. This is ridiculously dumb. I'm gonna try to destroy the people who are... Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? They have 0 HP! So literally, this does nothing. Yeah, I get victory on all of these, but... I think this is a bug. I think this is for sure a bug. This should not happen, right? The problem is, I don't know if they actually take territories once they do conquer my shit. And the game doesn't even tell you about anything here, right? That's the thing. This is just... Wow, I got a lot of items though. What the fuck? Huh? Okay. It doesn't seem like they took territories from here. Except for this one. But this one's... Oh, this one actually has units though. Okay, so that one actually has units, so I'm probably gonna go kill that one. But other than that... They didn't even address like all this shit that's going on with the story. That's why I feel like this is a bug right now. Man, so many of these guys. What the fuck? They keep coming! I thought it was over, but they keep coming! What? 14? Are you just gonna keep adding more? Heck, this is fucking Loki! This is Vedrung, isn't it? No, who the fuck are these guys? What is going on? I think I literally bugged the game. I don't know how I did it though. That's the dumb thing. But it looks like they can't actually take the territory you have unless they have some actual like HP. So I guess that's good. So I guess the only thing I need to kill is this. They don't get me EXP though, that's the bad thing. But I guess whatever. I'm just gonna use someone cheap. Let's see, who do I want to train up? Demu and Kurisu is pretty expensive. God, you're super expensive, Aaron. Get out of there. Yeah, these guys, now that I know, they don't really need to have anyone, so... just gonna use cheap units instead. Cheap units that use food, preferably. Arseny is actually super cheap, what the fuck? Or sorry, Nadia. Yeah, what the hell? Nadia is so cheap. And I'm not saying that because like like saying that's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. Jay's son is also super cheap. Black Belt Bouncer is like one of the best ones. Like, holy crap. Okay, I need someone to attack with me. Let's see. Where's DD Shack? There he is. There you go, Mikey B. This is so weird. I actually have to defend like this for no reason. Ridiculous. I was gonna do the H scene, but that's gonna have to wait. Let me deal with this stupidity real quick. Oh my god. Look at all those evasions. Thank you, DD Shack. Kill these guys, please. Yeah, get fucked. This is so weird. Whose flag is even those? Like the tentacle looking thing. Whose flag is that? Ymir? Cert? I don't even know. Like whose flag is this? See, we got Turka's flag. That's how stupid that is. Are we done? 17! Stop! Oh my god. I mean, you guys are giving me a lot of items, but when is this gonna end? Is this actually gonna be over or what? That is the confusing part. Like, they just keep coming. That's the crazy thing. Do I have to destroy all units in the same time or something? No, because these guys still have it. I am so confused. Do they, like, occupy my stuff? No, they do not, actually. Huh. They don't occupy my shit. So, maybe I could actually ignore them when they don't have any HP? But what the hell is going on? This is so ridiculously dumb. They're giving me a lot of items, and that's good and all, but... I don't know. I don't like it. I don't even know if the items they give is actually good. Ambush Tactics, Lethal Critical, an Assassin's Cloak. Let's see, who uses vests? This girl is defense only, so not you. The Gorgon, you're not that good. Maybe this girl. Lethal critical 50, damn, that is insane. Does anyone use vest here? Oh, you use vest. Lethal, oh my god. I can give a little critical to 100. Jeez, I really need to boost your critical though for... Wowza, what the hell? I could also give you this. What, J-Sun, J-Fish. You could use this, right? Yeah, look at that. Wow. That is insane. Well, farming those guys definitely give me a lot of good items, but... I don't know if I like it. Group heal, defense only. Fire field, helmet split. Range attack, critical boost. Nah, I'd rather have the group heal for you, Nadia. But let's see. No one uses a staff here. Hardy physique and evade. That's a beast accessory. You're using that, evade. This is just a bonus for you. Helmet split, hardy physique. That's an armor. Where is the armor? I don't know. I don't see the armor. Oh, there we go. Armor. You already got it. You have this. Forward, guard, and hardy physique. Rather you have this. I don't want you to actually take damage this. Let's see, who else? Some of my weaker units I haven't really been using anything. I have forward guard and Mikey B, but... yeah, I just use that. Spell barrier, sap demon. Spell barrier, curse cure, evade hardy physique, critical boost. Treasure hunt, lethal critical. These are claws. This girl already had lethal critical. I need to give her critical boost. You're not defense only, so I could use you. The Magma Serpent. Counter amp and hardy physique. You're a defender though. I think that's good enough for you. Where is Aaron? Yeah, there we go. Aaron, you need equips, my friend. I haven't given you any equips. You have a couple of critical boosts, so... damn, this actually is better for you. Wowza! Where did you get your critical boost 30? Oh, I guess it's from the buffs I gave you. We got a lot of insane shit. Well, not insanely insane, but you know... pretty good stuff. From those battles. But we're not gonna be progressing if we just keep grinding all these battles, right? The thing is, though, I don't know whether or not all of these are gonna be gone by the time we finish with the story. I'm kind of afraid of that. That's what I'm afraid of, yeah. Valhalla Army 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How is it 8? She doesn't seem to occupy any other place that I have, right? Not that I can see. Or maybe a couple of those... oh, what the fuck? Yeah, see? She occupied that territory, so I have to take that. But I guess the enemy or the defending guys didn't attack all of these places for some reason. What the fuck? Okay, maybe if I do this, it's gonna take all of that area and then everyone else is going to defend. Maybe. So dumb. What is going on? I really should not have used my main units here. That's just a waste of resources. This is so stupid. I for sure bugged something out here. But man, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to actually do. What? See? They just keep coming and now they have this. Holy shit. This is just too dumb. I think I'm just gonna destroy hell and then hope everything fixes itself. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. What the fuck is going on? How many units are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta attack with 8 guys. These are the only ones I need to kill. After this, I'll kill hell, and hopefully things actually do something, or things actually change, because this is ridiculous. Am I supposed to like update another update or something? Is there a bug fix for this? I don't know. Thank you for letting me attack at last. Can I just like spam click this and let us finish, please? This is like 30 seconds of my life I can't get back. So dumb. Yeah, this is literally just giving me free items and money. Well, not money, but items. Wow, they're gonna attack here. I guess I'll let my second team defend that area or something. Anywhere else that they're actually attacking. Wow, this one too. Who are these guys? What the fuck? Who are these guys? They actually have... I am so confused right now. This has gotta be a bug. This has gotta be a bug. I feel like I need to download another patch fix for this. This is insanely stupid. I'm gonna be right back for you guys. And I am back. Whew. You guys probably will only be looking at like a second difference, but this is the next day. And I kid you not, I played about an extra 6 or so hours. I was even going past my usual sleeping time because 1, the game is actually pretty fun, but 2, to speed things up, I actually did have to use a guide though. So a lot of the stuff that I actually didn't know, I actually do know now. So I'm at the part where I was before the bugs started happening, right? And it seems like it's not happening because I just got this Ebeltolf River again, and no issue seems to be arising. But the thing is though, I think the reason why the bug happened in the first place is most likely because the bug patches did state that if you were playing a previous version and then you just use the patch as is, you might encounter bugs too. Like, you know, the save file might not be compatible. And I guess that's just me not playing the latest version that caused it. I mean, is it really my fault though that they put the latest version on a like help post instead of their, you know, their place to buy the game? It's literally not on their download page after you purchase the game. Unlike Manga Gamer, it actually gives you download pages for the game, the update, and then like DLC. Just, this is why you're, what do you call it? Out of date. You're old school. But let's take a look at my team because you are gonna be very surprised about my team. Since, unlike last time, I don't really use or made a lot of new units. So the reason why Mikey B is like dead, it's because I actually used him. But I thought he was actually still level 1, so my mistake there. But yeah, you also might have noticed this guy, the Argolmir. This is an insane unit that you can only get if you use 10 of the Key of Destinies. And God, you want to reroll 10 of those Key of Destinies. You don't want to do what I did, which is keep using one by one. You want to use 10, for sure. This guy is insane. Look at his stats, and look at how... Yeah, it's just nuts. He does about not as much damage as Black Ball Bouncer in terms of just physical attack, but his dots can go to like 50%. That is just insanity. Whew. I actually forgot to mention, but if you go to the title screen, so there is a tutorial that the game shows you, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't touched the tutorial thing ever since, or no, I haven't touched it, period. Because I thought that the tutorial was only gonna show you the stuff that was happening on the first episode that I played the game. But turns out, it gives you a shit ton of stuff. So, one of the things that are really interesting to me was the unit skill explanations. This tells you what every skill does. Like, dear lord, I should have gone through the tutorials for you guys. In case you guys were playing with me, because this shit is very comprehensive. So the numbers on those like things that you get when you add in skills and stuff, I don't think those numbers are actually percentage. I think those are literally just added stats to your, you know, attack speed, defense, and morale. While the skills itself are the most important things. So you don't want duplicate skills, I think. It does tell me, or it does make me a lot more smarter, I guess, in playing the game. But yeah, it's insane just how stupid I was by not doing this. Like, the first episode that I did. You always want to have either Treasure Hunter or Bounty Hunter. Or technically, I guess you want Treasure Hunt. Because this gives us increased chance of getting medallions. That's actually really good. If you want to make a lot of units, like, quickly. I think you can only make or get medallions that you already made. So, you might want to spam making the early medallions and all that jazz before you do, like, a fight and stuff. But yeah. These are my teams that I rotate pretty much a lot. This team, the main team, is pretty much insane. I'm not really using the Hobbit Hunter much. He's mostly there for the Treasure Hunt ability. But I used to use him quite a lot. And I started to understand what the hell you need to do for, like, lowering the amount of resources you need to use the units. So if you take a look at their loyalty, the Hanya Samurai's loyalty is 100, right? And that makes her I think, use 50% less mana or magic in that case. But if you were to fire the Hanyo Samurai and then rehire her, the loyalty will go dump into Triumph. And Triumph is like this thing that makes your stats go up when you next go and remake that unit that you just made. So pretty interesting stuff. This also sadly made me get spoiled about a couple of stuff though, since I was browsing through the walkthrough like quickly, or not quickly, because I wanted like specific details. I was actually reading through it. Not to the point where I'm spoiled by the story, like, you know, like at all. But I do know how many chapters there are. I do know what influences the endings and stuff. I know that there is this thing called the law ending, the chaos ending, and then like the true chaos ending. So stuff like that, right? I still don't know who the hell the main character antagonist is. But I do know that there are 8 chapters. So yeah, after this, it's actually not over. We are about 60% through the game, but we are not over just yet. Okay, enough about that. Let's actually show you guys what I've been doing the past, yesterday, I guess. Incubus. But yeah, you guys can see that I rotate a lot of my teams. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of resources, basically. So yeah, you want to keep the Key of Destinies, guys. Make sure you keep those Key of Destinies. Those are very useful. And I kid you not, I actually beat these 4 units, like, sometimes in one battle because of how many guys I have. I have 7 units that I can use up, which is just insanity. Okay, I'm just gonna probably heal these guys up. The people that need them anyway. And then let's go beat up Hell, shall we? Ah, I can't believe you did this to me, Hell. Still got Kurisu. Sadly, I did not make too many units though, as I said. In this run, the only units that I made are Blackwall Bouncer, Kurisu, or at least the units that I named, Mikey B. I wanted to make the units named, but I don't know. I thought that I wanted to make you guys the units that I made before. Like Mercurius is still Mercurius. Mercurius is OP, by the way, because of that white null. God, that is such a good skill. I think he's the only, or she's the only one that's a defender that has that skill for now for me. And this team is actually insane too. This team that are full of like undead people and demons. So I went through like guides on Steam and they give you a decent team comp. And it seems like a lot of the boost undead or boost skills in general are really good. So what I realized is that you should be looking for synergy when it comes to building your teams instead of just, you know, ooga booga, attack, attack high means you're gonna win. In retrospect, I should have known that a long time ago, but it is what it is. Okay, let's just destroy these guys, shall we? Enough me talking about shit, and let's just show you guys the efforts of what I've been doing. Well, Mikey B, I shouldn't have put forward guard on you. I think that's my mistake. There we go. Holy shit. Look at the dots. The dots is what makes that Algernir guy insane. 500 damage. Just for no reason. And he does a shit ton of damage too. As I said, not as much as Black Ball Bouncer or Loki when they do crit and stuff. Wow, what the hell? This guy did not die in 2 fights. That's annoying. I don't know if I can beat the 3rd guy now, or 4th guy. Shit. Okay, I might have to do something here. I'm probably gonna reload. And look, still no bugs. Thank the Lord. Okay, Mikey B. Don't want you to have the forward guard thing. There we go. Can I give you something better? Hardy Physique and Self-Heal should be fine. Fire Blast range attack. You have this right now. Critical boost and slay human. Sure. Just so that you don't get countered. But yeah, if you have Treasure Hunt and also Bounty Hunter, you are going to have a lot. And I mean a lot of nice items. So that's why you want to do that. Let's see. These guys that I'm not using, I should probably get rid of so that I can make new units instead. I haven't really made any of the dragons. Yeah, no Dragon's Mate just yet. I could make Aaron here. I could also make the Moo. Or, not yet, I guess, for the Moo. But I guess might as well make Aaron, right? What I do realize, though, is that the game actually tells you, or not the game, but, the guide tells you to not really use metals. Because it's gonna use up so much of your resources at the start. So most of those units that I've shown you guys actually do not have these attached to them. Okay, critical boost should be fine. 30 fine. Iron cutting, helmet split. Having helmet split would be nice too. It reduces your speed a tiny bit, but I think that's okay. Right? That's not a tiny bit. Let's see. Anything better? Treasure boost. Anti-air range attack. He has range null. So the thing about those null skills is that you only need one people that have that skill. It doesn't necessarily have to be on your defender, so you can just put anyone with it. Flank attack and wide attack. Not a bad idea. And it doesn't reduce my stats. Alright. Welcome back, Aaron. You are one expensive motherfucker. But, hopefully you're gonna be good. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really been making new units. I don't even have J Fish. He's pretty good though. His kit is pretty nice. Okay, hopefully we win this. We should win this, I think. We just need to, like, damage the last enemy or the last unit a tiny bit more than usual. God, this guy is so strong. Goodbye, people. Jeez, I really hate those parry guys. I think on subsequent playthroughs, from what I hear, parry gets a lot less strong. Because there would be skills that nullify it because criticals would just, you know, become way too strong. Oh, I think I still don't get it. No, I got it. I still got one more. Nice. There we go. 1 HP! Ah, made me use so much resources. Okay. But yeah, you guys understand just how much I've been technically grinding, right? Jesus. I've been, yeah, doing a lot of stuff off camera. Well, I did play the game for an extra 8 hours or something, so I learned a lot of the mechanics. So what you see from the last episode is like nothing. I am like a different Azai altogether. Okay. But yeah, with the amount of money I have, we basically can just keep attacking over and over and over again. And if people even have multiple defenders or multiple attackers that want to attack my area, let's say 2 or 3, I can have maybe 2 people attack and then 5 people defend. And I think I wouldn't lose any units whatsoever. That's just how crazy it is. Okay, we're gonna get rid of hell. Let me check real quick though how many 8 scenes we got before. But yeah, there was actually one scene that we didn't get. I believe it's because before Loki turned into Vedrung, there was a scene called To the Umbrellas or something for Fina. But because I didn't get that, technically, right? Fina's affection point was a lot higher than it was because I turned it on like quite early. So I didn't get that scene, so I didn't want to show you guys that scene anyway. And I realized how to actually get Fenrir and Yorm. So if you want to get Yorm, you either need to have Fenrir in your party first. So you go to Folk first, get Fenrir, and then Yorm will stay with you and not run. But to get Fenrir, you need to get her affection to 2, which, luckily, me joining up with her and also me fucking her raised her affection to 2. So it was a lucky break that I actually got Fenrir. But yeah, for the most part, now I understand the mechanics of how to play the game, right? You need to get affection points by 2 for specific characters for them to join you before their chapter ends. So for me to get Hel, let's say I beat her, she's gonna join me for this chapter, but I need 2 affection for her to keep joining me. But let me consult my old video before I put these 2 together real quick, which 8 scene I did for you guys, because I don't want to do a single girl double or triple times. And I'm back once again. Sorry if my voice is like quite hoarse. I woke up not too long ago, so I'm still catching my bearings or getting my bearings together. Is that the right saying? I don't know. But yeah, during these weekends where I don't usually like do exercises and stuff, I catch a nap even after I wake up because I just like taking a nap. So I've only shown you guys one H scene so far, which is Turka's H scene. And as you can see, her training is at 99 already. So what I am going to do is give you guys Thor so that her training can still progress after this. And I'll end off with Freya's corruption. Let's go. But yeah, considering there are 8 chapters, I do think we are gonna be able to get most of the H scenes. And from what I hear, if you go into the Law route, which is basically the Goody Two-Shoes route, there are barely any scenes. Or any 8 scenes anyway. I'm not talking about story scenes. Story scenes are still gonna continue. So yeah. This is most likely just gonna be frontlining most of the H stuff so that we can focus on the story after the first playthrough is done. Because considering how fun the game is for me, I am most likely gonna be playing a second playthrough. Though I don't know about playing a third or fourth one. It might be a bit too long. Maybe a second one and then we're gonna call it. I'll have to consult the guide and see which ending I want. Which is the so-called like canon ending anyway. But enough about that, let's continue. Loki had one concern about Thor. It was her deep-seated belittling of him. In the prior duel, she came to acknowledge Vedrung's power, but she continued to underestimate Loki himself. Considering her personality, he let that slide thus far. But if it ever obstructed his plans, we would need to come up with a countermeasure. What Loki feared most was the possibility she wouldn't follow his orders. Fina listened to Loki's troubles and spoke up. At times like these, Fina's ideas were worth hearing. Loki nodded and prompted her to continue. Fina's mouth twisted into a wicked smile. Wow, a CG that's actually not an H scene right off the bat? In a special setup, Loki and Thor face each other. Word of their duel brought many soldiers around to watch. Proving who was stronger was the purpose of this mock battle. Thor was using a practice sword instead of Mjolnir, but she was clearly brimming with fighting spirit. The stage was abound with zeal and tension. Everyone awaited their showdown with bated breath. Your behavior within my army has been intolerable. Remember your promise, Thor. If I win, you'll stop doing as you please. You have to obey my orders, alright? As if to say that was impossible, Thor confidently grinned. I won't use Veteran's power this time. Don't worry. I mean, you're not using Mjolnir, you're using a real sword. Thor acted like the provocation didn't get to her, but in reality, Loki knew she was fired up. She closed in and unleashed a sharp blow, but Loki narrowly blocked. He dealt with another few strikes and watched for the right time to activate his trap. Then let me try a little trick. Loki found a brief opportunity to focus his dark energy. Nothing's happening yet. YouTube can still see this. I think I need to turn that off. Background voice setting, there we go. I actually don't want that. Thor suddenly let out a maniacal shriek. For a battle cry, it was far too shrill. The cause was known only to Thor and Loki. Thor rapidly turned red and glared at him. Her face is so comical. Her body quivered, her feet turned inward, and her lips closed tight as if to endure something. The audience became confused and began to chat amongst themselves, but Loki coolly attacked Thor. What's wrong? You're hardly defending yourself. Even the laziest attack struck Thor and sent her reeling. The impact felt several times greater than it should have been and made her writhe. What clothes, man? Well, see ya, YouTube. Thor wasn't even fighting anymore. Something under her clothes, or rather, her clothes themselves were wriggling against her skin-sensitive parts. A strange slimy sensation ran across her whole body and raised the pitch of her voice. How do you like those mimic arrow beasts? Really makes you itchy, doesn't it? Thor figured out Loki's scheme and seethed with rage. She angrily flailed her sword, but compared to her best, her swordsmanship was sloppy. Wait, did I say patreon.com/Azaikyousuke yet? Sorry about that. My brain is not fully functioning just yet. Because, you know, I just got out not too long ago. For some time after that, the training ground had a packed crowd for Thor's obscene show. That wasn't too bad. I still feel like Regrets was a lot worse, but then again, I guess it depends on the personality. It was pretty similar to how Regret was dealing with her thing, right? When she was being degraded in that what was it, the meeting? Let's see. This is actually my first time trying to beat Hell, so let's take a look at her stats. Spell Wall. So that's not Spell Barrier, so I'm guessing Spell Wall, I think it's only for her alone. So she can't be hit with AoEs or dots. Ah, Spell Barrier, damn. That's annoying. Wow, everyone has Spell Barrier? No, this one doesn't have it. This does have Spell Wall though. But I think we should be able to beat this one. This probably is the easiest one for me to beat. For my team anyway. Alright. I don't think we're gonna be able to get this in one shot, but we could destroy a lot of her units. God damn it! She has AoE. Fuck! Mikey B! No, that's not Mikey B. Oh my goodness. Come on, AoE, do your thing! Thank you. Yeah, with Ogomir, we should be able to win this. Although barely. He's the one that's actually doing work. And Spartan, of course. There's no way I'm not gonna use Spartan and Black Ball Bouncer, dude. They're just too good. DD Shack is also pretty good, along with Diz. Damn, what? They didn't kill them? Wowza. Wow, this took 4 battles? 5? What? This dragon is stupid! Wow, 2 HP. So dumb. Thanks for making me waste so much money, dragon bitch. All that for 2 enemies? The attack that night was a success. They destroyed one of the enemy's small bases and set up a bridgehead for their army. It had taken less time than thought necessary, but that it went so smoothly was a pleasant miscalculation. Thor's Amazons were a big part of that. Using the darkness of night for their ambush, their stealth and speed was unbelievable for a human. Impressive. They didn't even have the chance to counterattack before they were conquered. Loki honestly tried to reward her with praise, but Thor thought little of it. The victory gave her no excitement or joy, as she seemed to see her Amazon success as a predetermined result. A top-rate warrior's pride, I suppose. But there's one thing I fail to understand. No, it has nothing to do with this battle. The Amazons view themselves as Yggdrasil's shield. Something about that seems unnatural. Thor's urging made Loki shrug. She didn't seem offended. Thor's expression gave Loki the sense that she was curious what he had to say. If you're the shield, you should presumably be an army intended to fend off invasions. But is this floating continent invaded by anyone besides monsters? Heavenly deity Odin and the seasoned goddesses have always ruled this continent, and none of your countries have ever gone to war. This latest pandemonium may be an exception, but a monster invasion was still the trigger. My brain is actually still like jet lag from just waking up. So I am reading stuff like correctly, but it's gonna take a lot of time to process what the hell Loki is talking about, so that, you know, I'm probably not as sharp as I used to be when I do these episodes. My bad. I'm just so excited to show off like the results of my grinding session from the last time to you guys. That's why I just instantly started recording after I woke up. Logically speaking, yes. But Thor didn't feel the same. Loki knew. When it came to her purpose in life, what did Thor think? Loki stared into her eyes. You want an invader's opinion?
あんたたちにはこの大陸がさぞ魅力的に見えてるんだろうさ。豊かな土地に多くの人間が住む楽園としてね。
You make it sound like something about the floating continent leaves you dissatisfied. Thor watched her squad in action. Her highly trained troops didn't need orders from Thor or Loki to make their own decisions and finish clearing out the battlefield. Enemy troops were taken prisoner, spoils were collected, preparations to leave the area were made. Their fluid actions were observed by Thor from afar.
長い間人間を守り育んできた。古の戦争で傷つき滅びかけた人間を救うためのゆりかごだよ。だけど子供はいつか巣立つものさ。自分の足で大地を踏みしめ自分の力で生きていくんだ。
And that's what you need a shield for? Thor didn't answer. But as she stared at her own troops, her eyes were full of a mother's sadness and trust. For the first time, Loki felt like he saw the inner psyche of the goddess known as Thor. So a goddess is protecting the humans in the hopes that they'll become independent then. Release the humans to the world below. Do the other goddesses feel the same way?
まさか。ティルカたちはこれからも民を守っていくつもりでいるよ。私だってもちろんそのつもりさ。
Then why did you tell me this?
それはあんたが聞いたからで。いや、違うね。適当なことを言って煙に巻くこともできた。私はどうしてあんたにあんなことを言ったんだろう。
I don't know. Doesn't make sense considering what I just did to you. Mystified, Thor didn't even know why herself. But eventually, she seemed to hit on an answer and face Loki again. What the hell are you talking about? What does that mean?
Loki, あんたは良きにつけ悪しきにつけ変化を促す。これまで長い間停滞してきた大陸の情勢に一石を投じる台風の目なんだよ。
This war wasn't solely started by me, though.
それでもあんたが状況を加速させているのは事実だよ。
Huh. I thought you only cared about Vedrung, but to some extent, it seems I have your approval too.
なんでそこでベズが出てくるんだよ。
Thor frantically waved her hand. Ever since she lost the duel, Thor's feelings about Vedrung had evidently been complicated. But that aside, Loki got a glimpse into the depths of Thor's heart. At the end of the war, would the changes fulfill Thor's desires? If you wanted to know the answer, Loki had to keep winning. Nope, she's gonna change into a dark goddess and she's probably not gonna even think about anything else other than dick. I suppose so. Loki walked after Thor. The morning after the attack, the rising sun shone bright, but it wouldn't reach the dark sky for a while yet. You know, I do feel like I understand why the reason I think like making the dark goddesses are making it boring for me. It's because, yeah, they become sluts and they don't really become interesting characters anymore. They just become slaves to their own desires and not having their own personalities and way of thinking anymore. I think that's why it's actually boring for me to see the 8 scenes. In terms of making them into my, like, army, it's still good and all. Like, I'm okay with it. But yeah, just doesn't sit right with me. I wonder if Aaron's gonna survive if I put him here. Well, probably not. Probably won't survive. Can't make the move just yet. Who else haven't we made? J Fish. I haven't made H. I made Jason. I made Arseny. I made Nadia. Yeah, who else haven't I made, actually? I made Kurisu. I made this. Maybe only a couple more that I haven't made. Yeah, I think you're gonna die, but I do want to power level you, my friend. Yeah, let me power level some of these guys. These guys are probably gonna die. Let me go heal you up. Jeez, the Impaler. Don't think I need to heal the Oglemir. He's pretty expensive to heal because he's cost 14. So I start to understand what the hell the game is talking about when it comes to these things. Like, growth is the amount of EXP a unit needs to level up, right? So D, they will need a lot more EXP than, say, a growth A. Cost is how much money it takes for you to heal them up. Per HP, I think. So yeah, I learned a lot of stuff. Let's see, who do I want to beat? This one doesn't have a defender. Oh, this one has double spell barriers. Probably not a good matchup for me. Wait, they actually don't have defenders, all of them. Interesting. Guess I'm gonna go kill this one. This is night though, so Thor's gonna get buffed up. Wow, Aaron's already dead. Oh my god, we're getting toast! Guys, do something! Guys! Okay, thank you. Thank god he's still OP. I think the Oglemir can actually solo the fight. I believe in him. Yes, I believe in you. I believe in you. Solo this fight for us. God, he doesn't even take any damage from these guys. What a god. Literally solo carried. Okay, Thor is dead. We should be in a much better spot now. God, these guys are so tough. These guys are dumb. Kill them, please. One more. Okay. Okay, we killed some of those guys with my last team. God, that is so awful. There's an invader. Doesn't seem too tough. But let's go heal up. My goodness. My team got demolished. Thank God we got lots of money. Aaron shouldn't be too expensive yet because he's still very low leveled. He doesn't have much HP. Nadia, Cannoneer, you're probably gonna have to go to the bench. Let me level up some other people. Fina's dead. Fina's cost is 5. Oh, I want this to stay alive. The Impaler cost is 3. Regret died? Holy shit. Damn, a lot of my defenders actually died. That's intense. Okay, I'm gonna actually try to use this much defense. I think we should be able to get this now. This territory with hell. And after this, I'm gonna go and do the last H scene for you guys before we end the episode. Whew. This was definitely a long overdue episode. Yeah, I'm basically not even thinking about this fight right now. Oglemir is just gonna freaking carry the fight for us. Jeez. That doesn't do a lot though. Yeah, the Hanya-sama... Whoa, Aaron's still doing work! Even though he's low leveled. As long as he doesn't get damage, I think he's still gonna do work. Nice. Wow. That evasion. That evasion only happens because I have Oglemir with range attack. Evasion only happens for range attacks. We got this though. Damn, the all-run dead. We should get this. Come on, come on. Oh my god, you gotta be joking. I gotta restart. I need to actually put more than 3. Yeah, I gotta put in 4 as the attack. That's annoying. I wanted to get that in one shot. It's okay, we still got this, either way. Three defenders. I think we should be okay. Hopefully. And yeah, we want to beat this one. Because this one is low HP. But yeah, I basically understand the gist of what's happening in this game now. Okay, that did a lot less than before. She still died though. Nice, nice. The Griffin is still alive. Nope, she's not alive now. The Hanya Samurai is just so good. I can't believe she's been with us from like day 1. Okay, that guy's dead. Jeez, Aaron! I don't understand how Aaron is still surviving. How is he taking like so little damage? What? How are you not dead? Oh my god. Okay, I need to change some things here. Wow, how is she not dead? This is annoying me. Hell! So I'm using mostly jobbers here. Maybe I should put the Hanya Samurai here instead. I don't really need the Impaler. And maybe Black Ball Bouncer should go up too. For stronger attacks. I really just need Oglemir in this fight, really. Yeah, all of these guys except for Aaron are basically jobbers, to be honest. If this fails again, I'll probably cut until I get the winning fight for you guys. Jeez. Okay, she does her bullshit, which is fine. I don't really care about any of these guys except for Oglemir and Aaron. Yeah, ah, damn, I hate that evade. Okay, most of my units are dead, but it's fine. We got Aaron and Oglemir. That's all we need. Goodbye, Aaron. Okay, not dead. I'm surprised he's actually not dead. Come on, Oglemir. Just do your thing. Nice. One more, one more. Don't miss, don't miss. Okay. Nice, okay. She is definitely dead for sure this time. Come on! Nice, okay. Whew. In fact, if I don't kill this one, it should be fine. Yeah, they're not totally dead, but they shouldn't take my territory because there's only one unit left. Yep, there you go. Whew. Loki avoided direct combat with Hel and shaved away at her forces, but he was finally targeted by her flagship and on the run. You think I'll be easier to beat than Odin? Not on your life. Between Turka and Odin's armies, Loki should have had experience fighting airborne squads, but the mobility of Hel's squads amazed him. The Sinmara's full speed wasn't enough to lose them, and they were powerful enough to constantly rock the ship. Where the Gale Raiders had mobility and the Valkyries had unity, Hel's troops used their individual strength to annihilate their foes. For Hell, the Storm Princess, it was an appropriately robust squad.
どこまで進みますか、ロキ様。
To that decrepit temple, if you don't mind.
神殿？その途中に森があるんですが、もしかして船でそのまま突っ込むんで。
Yes.
まっすぐですか？
Straight through it.
修理のことを考えるだけ頭が痛くなりますね。
Their opponents prided themselves on their flying abilities and combat skill. Therefore, if they were brought into the forest where their mobility was limited, and then surrounded, there's a chance.
へいみんな、しっかり捕まっておくれや。このまま森にぶっ込むぞ。うらー。
さて、ようやく出番だ。行くぜ、お前ら。
はっ。遊撃兵団出撃する。ランサー隊は防衛線を張れ。狙撃隊は後方から車線を確保。おのおの全力を尽くしなさい。
Garm climbed a tall tree in the forest and led his Loopholds squad, who prepared for battle in the branches. Loopholds as a species excelled at fighting in forests, and sniping was part of that. When they were in the woods, they could snipe, use stealth, create traps, assassinate enemies. The difference in terrain gave them normally unimaginable combat skills. They became one with the forest and slayed their foes. Traveling from tree to tree across the branches, they silently took the lives of intruders like forest assassins.
森での戦いはガロードの神聖。空が飛べなくても立体で起動できることを教えてやるよ。
私もお手伝いいたしますわ。
ガルムさん。
ここで抑えないとダメなんですよね。
Garm and the rest of the Loophole squad readied their crossbows. From up ahead came their flagship, the Sinmara.
全員打ち方よい。
Their opponents were obstructed by the trees, forced to proceed in a specific direction. No matter how powerful Hell's airborne squads were, if they set the stage in their favor, there were any number of ways to fight back.
撃て！
Loki hid his airship in the forest and traveled with his squad to the ancient temple. The small, tranquil space once housed Odin, but age had decayed the building. Loki chose this location to strike back against Hell's squad.
ロキ様、ガルムの部隊からの伝言です。
Read it to me.
足止めには成功。できるだけ損傷を与えた上でこちらに誘導する。だそうです。
Oh, sorry about that. I knew I could count on the loopholes. Given the right circumstances, they're more than capable of matching Hell's men, it seems.
ちなみに追伸があります。こんな無茶な仕事をしつけたんだから後で酒を奮発してくれ。だそうです。
God damn it, sorry Fina. I'll prepare some quality beer, I suppose. By fighting indoors, Hell's Price Airborne Squad would be half as powerful. Turka said as much of her own airborne squad, so the effectiveness of this strategy was assured. This is actually a gameplay mechanic, by the way. If you're a flying unit and if you're fighting indoors, you actually do have like 50% less stats, I think. Alright, everyone, prepare for battle. We'll fight in the main hall.
いや、その必要はないぞ。
Loki's squad stood in a wide open space. In the old and dilapidated structure, a demon blocked the way.
森を経過し屋内戦で仕留めるか。徹底的に機動力を奪うのは空戦部隊に対する定石だな。
She might have happened to have prior business there, but that would be a naive assumption given the dozens of troops around her. Hell could only have been planning an ambush. Long time no see, Hell. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Loki's polite bow contradicted the speed with which she readied his spear. Naturally, his opponent had yet to even pick up her weapon, but he could feel her piercing bloodlust. Remaining unarmed in the situation would be like sitting naked in a wild beast's cage.
まさかこんな凡庸な手で私を倒し、仲間に引き入れるつもりだ。我が弟ながらその船舶な考えには呆れ果てるな。
Hell's insults were interrupted by Fina.
誠に失礼ですが、ヘル様、私の主人であるロキ様をそれ以上愚弄するのは。
黙れはしため。私は今愚邸に喋りかけているのだぞ。
A brief glance from Hell was all it took to make Fina back away. She kneeled on the floor, held her throat, and floundered like she was drowning. Fina! Loki anxiously ran up to her.
随分と脆い女をそばに置いているのがな、ロキ。少し姿勢に魔力を込めただけだと思う。補佐をさせるならもう少し鍛えさせておけ。
Fina was by no means a weak demon. In fact, as far as demons went, she was above average. That a simple look could suffocate her showed that Hell's energy levels were far from normal. Turka! Loki picked up Fina as he called for the spring goddess. Turka flew down from the ceiling and aimed her blade at Hell's neck. It was truly godlike speed. Faster than a speeding arrow, her sword broke the sound barrier.
随分とつまらぬ小細工だな。
But her speed was nothing to Hell. When Turka's blade closed in from above, she didn't even have to look up to swipe it away with her scythe. Despite the divine energy and inertia in the goddess's attack, Hell easily deflected it and threw her scythe over her shoulder. A composed look on her face.
女神が不意打ちとはな。これはなかなか珍しいものを見られた。正面から挑んで勝てぬということはわかるが、少しばかり品性に欠けるとは思えないか。
I said this before, but I really wish the events would change when clearly Turka is a dark goddess now.
魔族の分際でよく言うわ。
Turka nimbly used her wings and blade to shift her center of gravity in midair and fix her stance. After the impressive recovery, she turned her gaze toward the combative demon.
勝てぬと分かってなお立ち向かうか。いいぞ。その覚悟は実に私好みだ。
The monster troops moved to surround Turka, but Hell held up a hand to stop them, then smiled and pointed her weapon at Turka. It was a clash of god and demon. As the overwhelming dark and divine energy began to fill the air, Loki decided to show their power. Is it talking about my power or what? Tell Turka to retreat. I don't really care too much about Turka. Show their power. I guess the power of Turka and Hell? Right? Sure, why not? I can't have you underestimating me. Let's do this, Turka. Show her the power that brought us this far. I actually don't know whether or not I'm gonna win this. They didn't give me the chance to rest up. And I don't think we're gonna be able to win with just one unit. At least I don't think so. But I guess we'll hope. I can only hope. They ambushed us. God, that did no damage. Okay, this is doing a lot of damage, but her back line is still safe from damage like whatsoever. That might kill... Yup, that killed Black Ball Bouncer. Do your thing, Diz. Hell is still alive. Oh my god! Wowza! We can't win with this one. So do I get a game over here? Actually, no. The fight just continues? So do these battles actually not matter or what? I mean, I really want to win though. Oh my god. But I feel like I don't have the necessary firepower to win. Algrimir can't win on his own, I think. Right? Or can he? If he can, I'd be very surprised. He's alone now. Yeah, I think this is over though. He's not taking damage, that's for sure. Wow, is he actually able to solo this? Oh my god, this guy's a god. I think we can actually solo this. Oh my god. What destructive power! That guy is annoying because he... Wow, I don't think we can win though. Because the guy kept evading. I still lose. I think I'm gonna go RNG it real quick for you guys. I'll be right back. And I don't think I can actually do a third H scene. This is going way too long. And we're back. I actually had to reload to get my main team like healed up before this fight. I'm not gonna lie. Algermir, as strong as he is, he wasn't able to actually like solo that fight, mostly because the defender was just too strong. I was able to make him like 1 by 1 the defender, but it was just impossible to actually beat. Whew. Alright, here. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the story changes based on my choices. Or, you know, based on if you lose or not. I guess what the guide said about the choices giving you points about certain systems was actually right. So the reason why Loki turned into Vedrung was because I've been choosing the choices that make Loki more, you know, more power hungry, right? There's actually other choices that make him stay as Loki. Loki's mouth twisted into a wicked smile. And this is check! Loki declared, summon blue flame from his palm and threw it at the floor. The fire drove into the ground like a snake's giant stake and produced a flaming pillar that spread across the floor in geometrical patterns. The ripples soon consumed the area in bright blue light. The meaning of the pattern was beyond the comprehension of Hell's troops. They were just somewhat perturbed. Only Hell understood what the flames meant. To call it an earthquake would understate the force of the shaking. Clearly, destructive action brought this about. The entire temple began to fall apart, and when the already decaying ceiling exploded, rubble immediately started to rain down. I'll be right there. Fina used the distraction to call Loki toward the wall of the main hall, which she held her hands up to, conjuring a shining magic circle upon it. The magical glow abruptly changed Hell's expression. Man, I can't believe even with all the knowledge that I have about the game, I'm still having trouble with Hell. That's just how much fun I have with the game though. Like, even when you think that you know how the game works, you still get, you know, destroyed by it. I actually like that feeling. It never feels stale. As Loki passed through the space where the wall once was and headed to the exit, he responded to Hell with provocation. Yes, if my only plan was to use this terrain, I knew you'd be one step ahead. With that, Hell and her troops attacked in unison. Turka, your divine gear! This was Chief God Odin's temple. There should be plenty of soldiers to summon. Turka thrust Nibelung into the ground and called upon many spirit soldiers. But they were no ordinary soldiers. The reason being that this was once Odin's dwelling. Thus, of course, what she summoned were... clad in mystical armor and wielding weapons imbued with divine energy, the Spirit Knights were robust and golden in color. They were as skilled as the Valkyries they fought in Valhalla, if not more so. You know, Turka, in one of those scenes you actually summon black ones. Let's go, Turka. We just need them to buy time.
わかったわ。
Urged onward by Loki, the three of them fled the temple. A moment later, the temple caved in like a water balloon with a hole in it. Throughout their retreat, there was no sign of pursuit by Hell's troops. They were crushed by the tons of debris, no doubt.
さすがロキね。間一髪だったけど、席がうまくはまったみたいじゃない。
You know, I actually hate it when the translation do this. They were crushed by the tons of debris, no doubt. Like, they no doubt, like, you know, they could have just made this into a single sentence without any comma, but they just gotta do that. It makes it so weird. It even does it in 8 scenes, that's why I'm actually complaining about that. What are you getting excited for about, you fool? Hurry and summon soldiers to surround her. Don't let your guard down.
ようやく
Oh, sorry about that.
出番だね。行くよ、お前たち。
You'll understand soon enough. Just get ready. And Fina, get the sorcery ready quickly. This is a race against time. As tense as before, if not more, Loki rushed to deliver orders. Soon afterward, the debris was blasted away by a raging tempest. Then, as if Loki's one ray of hope was blown away with it, the literal devil had revived.
なるほど。朝知恵ではイミルに負けず劣らずだな。
It was hard to believe a building would just collapse on Hell from how elegantly she stood, using the wind gathered around her to blast the rubble aside. I can't believe the weight of that huge temple didn't put a scratch on her. Loki didn't honestly think this plan would defeat her, but he expected it to at least do some damage. While Garm's squad is handling Hell's army, we'll challenge her. Everyone, surround Hell! Her personal guard has already been dealt with. More down! Previously left on standby around the temple, Loki's squad followed the command to encircle Hell. Their numbers were overwhelming, but despite being surrounded by Loki and his elite unit, Hell expressed no fear. In fact,
そうだ。そうでなくては面白くない。かかってこい弱卒ども。たかだか数百の兵で私を止められると思った。その愚かさを後悔させてやろう。
she beamed like a child given a new toy. With scythe in hand, she rushed at Loki's army by herself.
お覚悟。
邪魔だ。うなれ、ブリーケンダベル。
That's actually the first time she said her Dark Year's name. What the fuck is that? Blake Yondabo? Fuck! When Fina and Turka pounced from above, Hell flailed the shimmering cloth in her hand. A vicious storm brewed all around her, sweeping Turka and Fina away. The other soldiers tried to approach Hell too, only to be flung aside by the tempest. Their superior numbers meant nothing. That's Hell's dark gear. Blikyandabel. Fuck! I'm probably saying it incorrectly. It lives up to the rumors and then some. The gleaming disaster, Blinkandabel. Fuck! Why'd you have to say this multiple times? Was the official name of Hell's dark gear. Fuck! Blinkandabel was said to possess the fearsome power to control the weather. Its incredibly powerful effects made it considered by many to rival Circe's sword as the demon realm's strongest weapon. Calling upon rain, wind, and lightning was generally considered the power of the gods, but using her own dark energy with her weapon made it possible.
消え去れ増票ども。貴様らでは相手にならぬ。
When Hell fluttered Blinkandabel, lightning hammered upon the troops and turned them to ash. But it had more than offensive value. As a means of defending herself, a ferocious tornado perpetually surged around Hell, keeping the soldiers at bay. Turka and Fina attacked from above in an effort to avoid the wall of wind, but the results were as described. Hell's skill was such that she had no blind spots.
どうするよロキ。このまんまじゃ近づけないよ。
I don't know, Thor. I had to cheat against her by saving and reloading. I might have to get some help. If this went on, they would only lose troops for nothing. Hell's dark gear made her impervious to harm, so something would have to be done to drain that monstrosity. And that could be done only by only one person, Loki believed. Yeah, see? I hate that! He took the key out of his pocket. Loki held up the wicked object and called upon its true power. Wake up, Vedrung! Unleash your power here and now! Dark energy, blood, his inner world and mine, and everything within Loki was blended by the key's power. The immense energy gave birth to a humanoid incarnation of evil. Alright! My turn, bitch!
あなたは
The name's Vedrung. Let's have a good one, Miss Storm Princess. Vedrung easily kicked through the wall of wind and drove his foot toward Hell's stomach. Varanart's energy absorption dissipated Hell's wind and eliminated its effectiveness as a wall. Hell swiftly responded by blocking with the pole of her scythe. The kick was as heavy as an iron ball. Hell felt her arm muscles tear as she attempted a counterattack on Vedrung's neck. Ugh! Not bad, lady. The precision strike surprised Vedrung, but he still swatted the scythe away with his bare hand. It was nothing much, but Hell failed to mask her displeasure.
なるほど。何をしたかはわからんが、これはロキの小細工というわけ。それに、あの方に似ているのは見た目だけというわけ。貴様の戦い方には品性のかけらもない。
Who gives a shit? Fancy fighting ain't my thing. If you think I'm like Loki, you've got another thing coming. That'll be a dumbass way to get yourself killed. You know, maybe the reason why they do that comma I suppose thing, because it is a more smug way of saying something, which I guess these noble people do. I guess it does make sense, but to me, as an average Joe, it's just annoying.
戦い方だけでなく言葉遣いも粗暴なやつだ。ベズルングと言ったな。安心しろ。油断などしない。私は遠慮も躊躇もない。貴様を切り刻む
You're on! Hell's Tempest's attack met Vedrung's spear.
ベズルング
Keep out of this, girls. She's mine. Explosions so booming it was hard to believe they came from one being intimidated the soldiers. Cheh! After crossing blades a few times, Vedrung couldn't help but click his tongue. Hell manipulated wind and lightning to control the area, while Vedrung's fearsome power destroyed her domination. As far as anyone could see, they were evenly matched. The truth, however, lay elsewhere.
例えるなら少し知恵が回るサイクロプスだな。真正面からぶつからなければ問題ない。
Hell started off by blocking Vedrung's attacks, but now she perfectly dodged his slashes and thrusts. Fucking hell! Sit still! Are you a mosquito or what?
腕を振り回すだけしか脳のないガラクタがよく吠える。
Any of Vedrung's heavy strikes would be lethal if they landed, and they were constant. But if none of them could hit, that was meaningless. Hell waltzed away from all of Vedrung's stabbing and bludgeoning, slashing him with her scythe as she passed by. Cheh! Her scythe slashes didn't reach Vedrung's bone, but shaved away at his skin and flesh. Each wound made him scowl. Ugh! Bunch of scrapes you're giving me. For having such a badass nickname, you fight like a girl.
そのかすり傷さえ私に与えられない同変木が何をほざく。私とて貴様のその無駄に頑丈な体に飽き飽きしているところだ。だがそうだな。私もこのくだらぬ舞踏にはいつまでも付き合っている。そうそう、しまいにしてやろう。
Hellray's Blinkin' Ball. I don't even know how I said it the first time. Blinkin' Double. And focus her dark energy. The air pressure dropped, and thunderclouds appeared up above. Lightning struck. None of the scythe's strikes could compare to the destructive power that set its sights on Vedrung. And then... Heh! That's what I've been waiting for! Vedrung's hulking body sprinted like a speeding bullet and thrust at Hell with Varanart. As if all his sluggishness thus far was meant to deceive her, Vedrung's accelerating advance was harder to dodge the more used to his previous speed Hell got. One blow would end her. To deal with Hell and her excellent evasion, this was Vedrung's answer.
なるほど。大技のスキル狙いフェードの知恵を持ち合わせてが甘い。
Even Vedrung's surprise attack didn't work on the seasoned warrior. Hell brandished Blinken Double and dodged Vedrung's thrust, then passed by him and... I told you! That's what I was aiming for! Oh, sorry, waiting for! Damn you, my mouth. Vedrung used his free hand to palm thrust Hell in the chest. After a series of fake-outs, he finally landed a hit. But it was a shallow one. It took several layers of preparation to create a chance for this first real strike, but it was far from fatal. Vedrung's brute strength certainly put some force into his palm thrust, but Hell wouldn't take serious damage from such a move.
最初からこれを狙っていたのか。
And yet Hell seemed to be in anguish. You got it, or so I'd like to say. But this was Loki's idea. That jewel in your giant titties is a source of your power, yeah? I was actually noticing that, yeah, when her CG changed into when she was using her skills. Her expression was not one of pain, but of remorse. It was the frustration of losing something decisive.
いつから気づいていた。
Apparently, Loki knew something was off since back when you saved him. He wondered why he was picking up two different dark energy sources, he says. Loki's suspicions began back when he deflected Gungnir. There should only have been one dark gear, but he felt two conflicting energy sources. The conclusion that Hell had two kinds of dark gear came naturally after that. What the? She has two? The enclosed sea storm, Elyotnir, was Hell's other dark gear. Blinken Double simply controlled nature, so it required a source of stable air pressure and colossal energy. To make up for that, Hell used this jewel full of water energy to make atmospheric stabilization and supplying large amounts of dark energy possible.
そうか。なるほどな。気まぐれで具体を助けたのはあだと思った。
Hell rued her carelessness as she readied her scythe. Still wanna go at it?
当たり前だ。たかが魔装を使えなくなった程度で私が諦めるとでも思ったか。
Trying to act tough, eh? Without your dark gear, you ain't! The next instant, Vedrung hurtled through the air. Huh?
どうしたベズルング。まさか私が魔装の力だけでこの地位にいるとでも思ったのか。
She smiled a confident gladiator's smile. Hell's true strength did not come from one place, but the fact that she could adapt to any situation. Wielding the strongest weapon does not make one the strongest. Having the skill to wield it properly is the true mark of strength. Nice! Just awesome! Then let's get round 2 going! Hell and Vet's fight was about to continue, only for arrows to shower them from above. What? Vedrung swiped some arrows away and looked up to see around a dozen of Valhalla's soldiers with weapons in hand.
下船なる魔族が同士討ちとは都合が良い。オーディン様のためにここで消えてもらおうか。
They only seemed to be on patrol based on their small numbers, but when they saw Vedrung and Hell fighting each other, they tried to take advantage of it.
今日が冷めたな。
Yeah, same. The two demons redirected their weapons from each other to the foes above. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Without need for further words, their opinions were in alignment.
かかれー。邪魔を。
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I can't scream, man. I told you, I suck at that. Hours later... I never thought we'd fight side by side one day. Did you really want to do that? After Valhalla's squad was wiped out, Loki returned to normal and spoke to Hell. They were no longer in any state to fight, and Hell had seemingly lost the will to resist.
海なりの石が破損した時点で私の負けは決まっていた。その気になればお前は女神どもの力を使って私を包囲すればよいのだからな。故にこの場だけは敗北を認めてやろう。この大陸にいる以上は貴様の願いを叶えてやる。答えろ。貴様が私に望むこととは何だ。
Loki thought about Hell's unwavering resolve and decided to... Put her in her place. I think this is probably going to give me negative affection. But hell! Wasn't actually meaning that to be a pun. I don't care about having, you know, these units in my side. I want your help, of course. However, I have to fix that pride of yours first. The instant Loki gave the signal, tentacles waiting in the ground below all sprang up and attacked her at once. Is this gonna be an H scene? Doesn't seem like it. Completely taken off guard after the series of battles, Hel was unable to prevent the surprise assault. She took a fierce blow to the stomach and fainted. Loki looked down where Hel lay on the ground as he suppressed the tentacles from moving in on their prey. You might be a one-man army, Hel, but it looks like you couldn't predict this ambush. No shit! Who in the right mind would stage an ambush after all that? I would! Holy shit! You forgetting this girl's family? That was a pretty cheap move. I've always wanted to see her eat dirt, but maybe I should have held back a bit, yes. An unconscious warrior is just a defenseless animal. Loki gripped the completely dazed woman's hair and observed her expression. She was normally so boastful, but now Loki could freely use her like a tool. The excitement overcame him. So you're gonna take her back to the ship and have fun with her, yeah? Of course, that's the plan. And I certainly hope you're not asking to take my place. Course I am! Those jagoffs ruined my fun. So now I've got fuel left to burn. It's bullshit! The shouting in his head made Loki scowl, but Vedrung wouldn't stop complaining. Come on, man. I let you have the goddesses. At least let me have a little fun. Like a quiet little ringing deep in his ears, Ved's ruckus finally broke Loki. Fine, fine. You take care of Hel. Just give my mind some peace. If you put Vedrung in too bad a mood, there was a real danger he might not help when it counted down the line. The thought of ravaging Hel was certainly appealing, but not enough to potentially cause problems in future battles. When he reached that conclusion, Loki stuck the key into his heart and handed his body over to Vedrung. Fuck yeah! You really get it, partner! So anyway, why don't I take this loser somewhere suitable? Vedrung roughly threw Hel over his shoulder and carried her to the airship. On the way there, her feminine odor inspired anticipation in Vedrung that put a wicked smile on his face. Wow. This is actually gonna be a fucking long episode. This is gonna be like a fucking 3-hour episode, man. I didn't expect they would do this. Constricted in an outlandish position, Hel couldn't restrain her groans. Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke, by the way. See you, YouTube. Now she should be a bit more cooperative. That was actually pretty hot. I can't deny that. Her moans are insanely sexual too. Probably the best voice acting so far, by the way, when it comes to the girls. Once the deed was done, but yeah, we're back, YouTube. Just wanted to give that, like, opinion out there. Once the deed was done and Loki returned to normal, Vedrung spoke joyously inside his head. A single assault would never be enough to break the famed commander, and Loki could only be appalled by his partner's irresponsible comment, but I'm surprised that went as well as it did. The rest will depend on your negotiation skills, Loki. Putting the real work on me. But Loki's need to do this was the painful part of his position. Vet switched places with Loki, who resolved himself to negotiate with Hel. The objective, of course, was to acquire her assistance. As long as they shared an enemy in Odin, an alliance wasn't necessarily a ludicrous request. If possible, I'd want Hel to willingly serve me, but I doubt there's enough time. Long as you get her on the team, there'll be plenty of chances. Hopefully. Later, once Hel recovered from the fatigue of sex, she was surprisingly quick to accept Loki's proposal. But not because of pleasure. Her reason was purely the tactical advantage it offered, of course. However, Her anger over the disgrace against her didn't seem to last, much to Loki's fascination.
あらあら、意外な人物がロキちゃんの元に加わったものね。ひょっとして思ってたよりずっとロキちゃんやり手なんじゃない？
But yeah, I don't have Yorm here because I needed either Hel or Fenrir if I want to get Yorm into my party. Or at least get her into 2 affection. Which means I had to grind a lot of turns just raising her mingle points. Which of course, I don't want to do that, right?
勘違いするな。一時的な共闘だ。オーディンを倒すにはこれが一番の道だと感じたからに過ぎない。
But yeah, it looks like there's no turn restriction on the game, I think. At least from what I've seen when I was reading through the walkthrough. There was no like actual talk about turns being a time limit or anything like that, other than you getting a rank for each chapter.
なるほど。こまされてここに来たってわけじゃないのね。
誰がだ。戦略的理由だ。戦略的理由。それ以外に他意はない。
またムキになっちゃって。わかったわよ。だって詮索しないわ。ねえさ。
あ、そういうわけだ。改めてよろしく頼む。
なるほどなるほど。魔界の事務指導のが結託しよったか。予想ではあのヘルとかいう小娘が勝つと思っておったが、そうはうまくいかぬものじゃな。
God, you talk so slow, Odin. Odin opened her eyes and muttered. Her eyes were heterochromatic. Her dress represented her divinity by being pure white. Her childlike stature contradicted the force of her grandeur, so great that it trumped that of the other goddesses with ease. The highest deity, Odin, ruled over the goddesses and the floating continent.
威勢のいい愚か者をめでていたせいで、ついつい遊びが過ぎてしまったようじゃな。
Her hand held the holy weapon called Gungnir. Dozens of ships and countless enemies had already been slain by the supreme spear. I think I said this before. I think on the last episode, when we were fighting Odin, her skill that heals people also revives people. But turns out, I think that's actually how the skill was meant to be programmed in the first place. Because when I was fighting Hel, and heck, even when I was fighting Turka, when she was healing, it does revive the units back then. So I think it's just a bug fix. So it was meant to do that in the first place, but the first couple of patches actually made it not do it. She picked it up to signal her intent to fight. The soldiers by her side needed no orders from their leader to begin their preparations.
そろそろ遊びはしまいじゃ。わらは自ら粛清してやろうではないか。愚かな魔族ども。
Oh, sorry about that. Thus, the battle between Odin and Loki's army truly began. Let's take a look at Hel before we call it quits for today. Let's see, she's level 29! Wow, you got downgraded like hell! No pun intended. But what the fuck? 29? Clearly, you're supposed to be way better than this, Hel. Lethal critical boost. She already has critical boost. Helmet spit and lethal critical, this would be better for her. How much affection does she have? She has 1 affection, so yeah. There's no way I can get her to be with me unless I get her to a 2 affection, so... I was gonna make her this weapon because it would be very good on her, but guess I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, looking at her kit, she's decent. She has cross attack, critical boost, parry, water field, boost flying, and spell wall. Not bad at all. But that is it for me for today though. Whew, this is actually a super long episode. For people on YouTube, I don't know how long the episode is gonna be. But there are 3 H scenes, so I'm probably gonna cut about 45 minutes to an hour of it. And I think even then, it's still gonna be a 2-hour episode. For people on Patreon, it's probably gonna be a 3-hour plus episode. Because this session alone is 2 hours. But yeah, with that, this is where I'm gonna call it an episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Thank the Lord, no bugs happened this time. The last bug really made me scared for a bit. But yeah, also, people on YouTube, if you guys are not following me on Patreon, Patreon now has these thing called free members, so follow me there for first episode previews of future playthroughs. And I will see you guys next week for more VenusBlood Frontier. But for, you know, in the next 2 days, or actually tomorrow, I'll see you guys with Alcana. Well, on Patreon anyway. You guys on YouTube, you guys won't be seeing this months ahead. See ya!